Okay, let me see if I'm in view. I think I am. All right, guys, so we're going to do a Pilates class, but we're going to do a little bit of strength work. So if you're watching this at home later, grab yourself some weights. I'm going to do threes. Paul, my lovely assistant, is going to do fives. So whatever you feel, guys. So we're just going to start with a nice kind of warm up first. So just keep our shoulders down. And let's just take our stance really quite wide and then just have some little ins and outs, ins and outs. Yeah, I was wearing heels all day today, so I can feel the balls of my feet a little bit. Some of the graduation girls, it was so funny walking along the stage and had these heels on, they could hardly walk in them. Like the things women do, eh? 2, 3, 4, 6, and then over for 1, and then back up for 2, back up for 3, for 4, 5, and on the 6 just hold it. Take a breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, in, out. Last one, breath in, and then bring that arm back, or that hand back to that back leg. Take the gaze up to ceiling, take an inhale. Out breath as you just sink a little bit deeper. Inhale, release. Last one. Beautiful, and then bring both your legs together, internally rotate slightly, heels, not heels, lateral side of the feet, just pushing in towards the mat, and just take your hands behind your back, chin to chest, gently down. Let's take our arms up towards the ceiling. I think that was my hamstring that just went. Wearing heels all day, and then bring your hands down to the sacrum, and then back down to the front, and just have a little rock forwards and backwards. I do not know why I used to wear heels every day of my life when I used to lecture. Oh gosh. And for 3, 2, and 1, and then start bringing your feet back so that they are underneath the hips, and soften through the knees as we gently restack the spine back up. Oh, beautiful. And then let's come to that other direction. So again, just have a little sort of pulse action. And then let's take our arms round, just warming up through the shoulder. For 2, for 3. Oh, it feels like summer out there. It is summer. It is. We're just not used to it. And then over. 1, 2. I love how green it is when it's, gorgeous. I guess you wouldn't have that without the rain, would you? 2, and then hold it over, take a breath in, and out, in, and out. Last one, breath in. And then gently up, and again take that hand. You can either keep the front knee bent, or sometimes if you prefer to go into more of a triangle pose, you can. Beautiful. Back to that parallel position, but just slightly turn your body to one side, chin to chest, hips back, and just come towards one leg. Just having a little bit of an indication whether you're tight through one side more than the other. So just take a lovely inhale through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Last one, breath in. And out, and then just gently walk your hands to the other side, and again just let the head hang, take a breath in and out. In and out. Last one, breath in. And bring the hands back to the middle. Start bringing your feet in. And softly come back up to centre. We'll just do a little bit of balance before we do a few weights. So let's just take our weight into our standing foot. Shift your weight ever so slightly. Drop the femur. And we're just going to bring one leg up. And we're going to take it out like this. And 2. And 3. And 4. And 4. And 3. And 2. And 1, and then we're going to bring that knee back to the other knee, and then we're just going to lift only a little bit. Try and keep headlights on the hips, so don't lift your leg too far. 3, just to work a little bit into hip extension. 4, 3, 2, 1, and take that foot over the standing foot. The same hand as the leg in front goes up towards the ceiling. Grab that wrist, push over into that lateral stretch. Pull on your wrist a little bit. Take an inhale. And an out breath. And in breath. And an out breath. Last one, breath in. Back to centre. Just take 2 big circles. And then bring the hips back again, chin to chest, gently floating down, letting the weight come forwards. Again, just feel it. Arms become really heavy. Take a beautiful inhale through the nose, out through the mouth. 2 more deep breaths in and out. Last one, breath in. And gently, gently restack your spine back up. Ah, beautiful. Well done. Let's come to that other side. So again, I'm just looking weird in my camera because it just looks a bit smeared, but it's always a bit smeared to be fair. And then hold, and then take it in, or out, and in. And 2, and 3, and 4, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and then bring the knee back, and then again just lift. So go easy, don't lift too high. 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Take that foot over, reach up again. Try and keep bicep round about your ear as you push the hips out, pulling on that wrist. Get a lateral stretch. Take a breath in and out. And 2 more. Last one. And then gently 2 more stretches. I'm going to say hello to Jenny, to Angela, to Ruth. And then chin to chest. Jenny's just texted me and said, oh, my sister's over Joe, so she's come to escape the rain from England and well to stay, and I'm like, well, it's actually beautiful today. How long for, I don't know, but anyway. Two more deep in, out breaths. Last one, take a breath in. And out breath as we gently restack the spine back up. And we'll do a little bit of a rotation. So just take your feet together. Take the thumb and the next finger and then your 3 fingers, and then we're just going to hold and take it round and centre. And again. And centre. And again. And centre. Let's do 2 more. Last one. And you might find a little bit of stiffness through the mid-thoracic. Well done. Let's just take our hands and we're just going to warm up the shoulders a little bit. 2, 3, and 3 the other way. 3, 2, and 1. And flies everywhere. And then let's take both our weights and we'll do a little bit of dumb waiter. So with dumb weight, there's a real tendency that you do that and push everything out. We want to try and keep the rib cage closed. So elbows glued in to the waist, and then we're just going to take it out, but not kind of like that. Yeah. So everything keeps still through the back and neck, nice and parallel, which is hard for me, although it's felt a lot better this week. So let's on the bend. And for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Well done. And then just take one up like this. And again, keep the shoulders down. Try and keep length through the crown of the head. Take it in for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Well done. And then we'll combine a little bit of leg work. So into that lunge position, nice back leg, really nice and long. Take it down for 10, for 9, for 8, for 7, for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Let's come to that other side. Again, that leg nice and long. And we'll go down for 10. Well done. And then come as though you're doing like a lunge, but then take that back heel down like a calf stretch. Chin towards the chest. Take it out for 8. Back in. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Then hold it out. Chin to chest. Lift for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Switch sides. Yeah, you've got the 5s today. And then out for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold it out and then lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well done. And then we're going to do a little bit of coordination. We're going to go like one goes into a front raise and one goes into a lateral raise. So 1, that's it. 2, they're hard lateral with 5s actually. 5, 4. My left shoulder's definitely weaker than my right. 2 more. And 1. Well done. Good work. Place your weights down somewhere where you're not going to kick them, preferably. And then just take one foot in front of the other, find it, you know. And we're going to take the same hand of the leg that's in front, out in front, and we'll just bring it into that deltoid stretch.
Yes.
Oh, that must have been a nice day.
Oh, it was amazing.
Oh, they did a few PhDs yesterday. Some of the titles of PhDs are like, one lady won so for a doctor in philosophy and something to do with women's selfies and how it impacts on something to do with sport. I was like,
Oh, wow. Okay.
and then bring it back and then down. So should we call you doctor now, Paul?
Yeah.
Do you make Emma call you doctor?
I say, trust me, I'm a doctor all the time.
Yeah, trust me, I'm a doctor, absolutely. And then gently back to centre. And the hand that's behind the back, just bring it up and bring it between the shoulder blades and then just push it down. Sometimes this one feels so good, I never want it to let it go. And just as a little matter of interest, just see if you can take that other hand round and reach up. Can you touch the fingers or are you miles away? And back to centre, just take a couple of little shrugs. Ugh. And then switch. So again, the leg that's in front, take that same arm out, bring it across into that deltoid, stretch that shoulder area. Beautiful, and then the hand that's on the top, just bring it behind your body. Take the other hand on the top of the head, and then you kind of reach towards that elbow area. So you're stretching. Try and pull your shoulder blades together so you're creating a stretch through the pectoral wall, the sort of chest muscles, and the neck, obviously. Last one, and then back to centre, and then take it up and then just push it. This is what we're out of time. Good, and then take that hand and just again have a check. And it's really normal to have much more range on one side than the other. I touch quite easily on this side, but not as well on my other. And then again, just take a couple of little circles. And we'll just do a little bit of neck work. So we'll come down on the floor actually. And we'll just sit however you feel comfortable, whether it's a shin bar, so you might want to sit like that. Some people like to sit their bum in between them. Like this. I hate that, but anyway, everyone's different. So all we're going to do is just take our hands on the floor if we can. And then we'll just gently close your eyes and just take the right ear to shoulder and then back to centre. And the left, so just bear with me a little bit guys at the minute. I mean, neck work's good for everyone, but I really desperately need to do my neck stretches. And after a few cocktails yesterday, there's definitely some toxins that need to be released. 2. And then chin to chest, and up to ceiling. Chin to chest. That was very good. I drank lots and lots of water as well. That's where Martin goes wrong, I think. And he always has to have that last drink. No, Martin, you really don't need it. 2. And then back to centre, and then rotate. And he does that thing in the morning, he goes, how are you feeling? I'm like, I'm feeling fine, there was nothing wrong with me yesterday. You, on the other hand, tries to keep up with Mason and he just can't pull, that's the problem. And then just pull back and release. Pull back. I was hoping that be some people on stage. There was only one girl that gave a really high kick, and everyone else were all very well behaved. 2 and 1. Well done. Good. So let's do a little bit of strength work. So we'll take it first into 6 counter catch just to get the spine all nice and lubricated. So take a breath in when you're in cow pose. Keep the head where it is and start moving from the sacrum area as we gently come around, letting the chin hang towards the chest. And the other way for 5. For 4. 3. 2. 1. And then back to neutral. So take your hands a little bit further forward than your shoulders and bring your right leg back and then your left leg. And then really push the mat away. Really lift that breastbone. So don't let your breastbone, the sternum muscle, the bone, sorry, do not let it drop. Hold, neck nice and long. Heels towards the floor to protect the back a little bit. Let's just do another 15. And then take the hips up nice and high. Walk the hands back just a little bit further. Let the chin head towards the chest. And then just gently drive both heels towards the floor and then release them though. So drive them towards the floor and release them. And again. And release. And again. And release. And again, because I were wearing heels yesterday, obviously your foot's in plantar flexion, so your calf muscles are getting a bit of a workout. And everything might feel a bit tight through the calf muscles, the gastrocnemius and the soleus. So really important that you try and just stretch them out. And then just hold the heels towards the floor. Don't worry if you can't get there, just do what you can. Take a lovely inhale through the nose and out. And then just walk yourself back into that plank position for another 30 seconds, pushing the mat away, drawing the belly in. You can always put your knees down and just draw the tummy in. Three, 2, 1, and then to stretch the back, take your big toes together, your knees out wide, and just rest. So good kind of thing. I always think if you're doing a 30-second plank, allow yourself a nice 30-second rest. Big breath. And then walk both hands to the right. Take your top hand over your bottom hand. Take a beautiful inhale. Let the ribs you're kind of thinking about that lateral thoracic breath. So big inhale. Out breath, release that down. 3 more deep breaths in and out. Last one. Beautiful. Back to the And we're going to just take our hands into our palms, should I say, into the side of the leg. And then think about pushing your pubic bone down into the mat, and think that there's something incredibly burny on the mat, so something hot, and you're drawing the belly button away. So you're not lifting anything, you're just drawing the belly button in. Imagine some A4 piece of paper can slide underneath. Take your right fingers down, your left fingers, keep that core engaged, and you're just lifting your forehead and your chest a little bit. It's not about lifting high. Really feel like someone is pulling the crown of the head the opposite direction to the feet. Push your fingertips down to the feet. Take your arms out to capital T. Hold into crucifix. Back in again. Keep drawing that belly in, that's the hard bit. And then out again. Reaching opposite ends of the room with the fingers. Back in, and then just lower back down and just have a little wiggle. Little tiny wiggle. And then let's start again. Push the pubic bone down, draw the belly in, slide the fingertips down towards the feet, length through the crown of the head, lift up, hold. Take your arms out to shoulder height, crucifix, keep that length through the crown of the head. Back in, reach fingertips down. And then out again. Hold. This time we're going to circle the shoulder joint for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then bring them back in. Close your knees completely and then just come into a child's pose, but like a closed position one. You can keep your arms forward or you can bring them back. Some people don't like that. I quite do like it because I like to release the shoulders, but whatever feels comfortable. Take a breath in. Make your breath big. Sometimes it's nice to take an inhale and just pause at the top before you let the out breath go. Last one. And let's do this. We've not done it for a while. I quite like it. Some people find it difficult to kind of coordinate, but you want to kind of take the head onto one side so it feels nice and relaxed through the neck. And then you bend one knee, lengthen the other leg. You bend one knee, you're kind of lifting the knee a little bit. You need to keep the core engaged, and you point, you flex, you point, and then lengthen. Does that make sense? So point, flex, point, lengthen. Keep the core engaged, the ribs, not the ribs, sorry, the hips are down. So I'm kind of balancing on my mid-thigh, I guess, my knees away. So work, so as you point, obviously the glutes and the hamstrings, flex a little bit of work through the quads, point and lengthen. Do 5 more, point, flex, point, lengthen. Point the foot, flex, point, lengthen. 3 more, 3, 2, have we got it, Paul?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. And it always makes me giggle, this one, that people can't, like, they just don't get the coordination sometimes. And then the other side. So again, push your pubic bone down, draw the tummy in, and we point, flex, point, lengthen. Point, and if you kind of, I know it's a bit weird saying put your hand on your butt, but you'll feel the glutes just kicking in. See the core engaged, lengthen. Point, flex, point, lengthen the foot, or lengthen the leg. 2, 6 more, 6. This one feels harder work than the other one. 4, core engaged, navel to spine. Last one. And release, well done. And then a nice little windscreen wipe, which always feels nice. Just bending the knees side to side. And then just while we're here, we might as well do a quadricep stretch. So just bring the heel. Like I always mention, guys, I'm always tight through the back of my legs and my glutes and my hammies and calf. So I don't feel a great deal when I do this, but I know for some people it's enough. If you want to increase it, push your pubic bone down and you can lift the thigh away. But just obviously find your own stretch. Good, and then switch. So again, pubic bone and push it, pubic bone into the mat, sorry, heel into butt, and then lift if you want. And again, a nice little windscreen wide or far. You can always do a straight one in this, which can feel quite nice for the back as well, where you tuck the toes and you just take the heels in one direction and then the heels in the other, and that sometimes releases the back. And 2 more on each side. And fabulous. And then just bring yourself back up. You can take a quick cow to cat, just for 2. And sometimes when you've been in a prone position, the back needs a little bit of a stretch out. And then we're going to grab hold of our roller. I know some people at home just... So grab your roller, guys. If you have got a roller, then obviously you want your bottom, your head on and your bottom, so the whole of the spine goes on. If you want to use a ball underneath, then sometimes people prefer that. Emma prefers the ball. Some people don't like the ball at all. So the important bit is that you just give yourself some time to just find. So it's very easy on the roller to puff everything out and the ribs come out and you've got this gape. So you want to really feel that you've got a nice chin to chest. For me, I'm just pulling my chin in a bit because I just need to kind of do that lengthening action at the minute with that trapped nerve, but you just need to be careful that the head's not doing this. Yeah. So length through the front of the chest again. If you're new to the to the roller, nothing wrong with kind of just pushing a little bit down with the forearms, or if you're kind of very au fait with it, you can kind of take your hands and place them on your hip bones and just keep the elbows down. And then just give yourself a nice pelvic tilt forwards and backwards. So imagine as you're sending the hips higher than the pubic bone, you'll be spilling drinks onto the mat if they're on your tummy. And likewise, as you bring it the other way, spilling them into the belly button. Ideally, the core works better with that neutral, where you're not going forward or back. Bring the right leg up to tabletop, but everyone's back's different, so find the position that you feel comfortable through your back. Bring your other leg up, draw the navel, again imagine something hot on your t-shirt, draw the navel away, and just take the right leg out, and slowly back to centre. The left leg, and centre. The right leg, and centre. You don't have to go as low as me. You might prefer to take your leg higher, like that. And that might feel better on the back. But all the time, just imagine those drinks are not spilling. So use no movement in the back. Keep the rib cage in and down, closed. To challenge yourself, you can take one hand away and just do the legs. Four, 3, 2, 1. On the other side. yourself as big a pelvic tilt as you can. Good. And then I like to do work. Like I say, if you're on the mat, you can do all these exercises on the mat, it's not a problem. But we're just going to do again a little bit of neck work. So just bring your chin in towards the chest and then just take right into shoulder. And then back the other way, left ear to shoulder. Right ear to shoulder. Left ear to shoulder. Right ear to shoulder. Left ear to shoulder. And one more. And then just go easy with this one. Imagine you have got a pen on your nose and you're just going to do some little circles on the ceiling. And then circle back. So I could do these a few weeks ago without feeling like I was going to throw up, so this feels nice. Yeah. And then same with your shoulders. So take your right hand up towards the ceiling. And you should feel like the shoulder blade's hugging the roller. Now we're going to take the shoulder blade away on a protraction. So protract and retract. Try and keep your elbow nice and locked if you can. You can play around with the width as well, so you can take your arm quite far out. Yeah, which stretches a little bit more through the chest. Or if you took it across the midline, you get a little bit more of a stretch through the back. And then down and through the traps. And then the other way, protract, retract, protract, retract. Play around with it. 2, 1, and keep both shoulder blades sort of hooked into that retraction. Chin to chest, and then just go into our helicopter. Jenny's going to do the record, and I know Jen likes this. So again, it's really important, unless you've never had shoulder issues, you probably don't really understand why we want to keep them strong and mobile. But if you have shoulder issues, which unfortunately as we get older, seems to happen to a lot of women with things like hormones, but for guys, usually they injure them with falling off bikes and, you know, skiing, rugby, and then just gently bring it into that helicopter if you can. So you do a scissor and then like a semicircle, I think of, or helicopter, windmill, snow angels, whatever works for you this year, guys. And for 2 more, 2, beautiful, well done. Just gently take your hands back down. And because Paul asked for a little bit of core, let's do our core again. So again, hip rib cage nice and close, draw the belly in, lift the right leg up, lift the left leg up again, tummy engaged, chin towards the chest. Let's take our right leg out and slowly back. Left leg and back. Right leg and back. Left leg. Right. Left. Make sure you're breathing. Single, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, well done, 2, and 1, one leg down at a time, and again, do that big pelvic tilt, and we'll do some nice back and hip flexor stretches. So come gently off of your roller, and then we'll start with just our feet really quite wide of the, you can place hands underneath or just out by your side. And all we're going to do is internally rotate your left foot, hip and knee. So try and let the knee follow. And ideally, the more mobile you are kind of through the hips, the less tight, you'll get the knee closer to the ground and then back to center. So my left one doesn't quite, well, yeah, I have to force it down. My right one goes much easier down. But if you think about your own body, you probably can identify why that is. If you're tight through your right hamstrings, then your hip's going to be a little bit, usually a bit more kind of flexible, and vice versa. And it's just nice this. It shouldn't feel like an intense stretch. It should just feel quite nice, opening up through the hips. Just one more each side. And because we've done some core, let's just, if you do core work correctly, which hopefully you all have, then the back can sometimes kick in a bit because you're working the muscles right. So just glue your inner thighs together and we'll stretch out the back muscles as we take our knees to the right and our head to the left. This time, take your right hand on your abdomen, so on your tummy, and really feel like we're relaxing through the belly now. So inhale, blow the belly up like a balloon into your hand. Out breath, feel the navel coming away. One more. Draw the belly in, back to center, and the other way. Again, inhale, let the belly rise. Out breath. Again. Back to center, and then just cross your ankles and bring your knees into chest. Old ones are often the favourite. And just roll. So abdominal work, core work, really important, but always just make sure, like I say, if you're doing abdominals in neutral, then you will be working your transverse abdominis muscles that wrap around the body. That's why sometimes the back can feel, usually it's just the muscles working. And then just grab your right shin and bring your right knee into chest and lengthen your left leg. Take your heel down, point the foot. Take a breath in. And out. In. And out. Last one. Beautiful. Let's come the other way. Again, inhale. Last one. Good. And then let's just bring ourselves into, in fact we'll do chest lift first and then we'll do a little bit of bridge. So inhale, interlink your fingers underneath the nape of your neck. Sorry, I'll start again. Interlink your fingers into the back of the head, thumbs into the nape of the neck. Chin to chest, and really work hard on recruiting. So really work hard on keeping them ribs kind of firmly in and together. And if you touch them, you'll feel like your abdominals start to kick in. And then chin to chest, draw the belly in away from the t-shirt, nice neutral spine, so tiny little gap underneath the lumbar. And then we're just going to lift up, try and lift up onto kind of the bottom of the scapula. And then lower back down, keep your elbows wide, let your hands support the head. The head weighs quite a bit. And then back. Some heads weigh more than others, obviously. And then back and down. Out, breath up. Inhale down. Out, breath up. Inhale down. Gosh, the Vice Chancellor, I think it was, or whoever was doing like reading out all the degree names yesterday. Good grief, he must have been practising the names for weeks. I've never heard.
Yes.
So many complicated Christian surnames or forenames and surnames. Like, wow, my name's boring. There were someone called Fortunate, amazing. And someone called Lovely.
Oh.
Let's do 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 2. On the 1, just hold up and then raise a bit more and a bit more. And then lower back down. Well done, beautiful. Take your left hand onto the outer right lower thigh. Just bring that foot over. Take an inhale, let the belly rise. Out, breath, release. And again. Two more. Last one. And then back. Oh, I've got a craving. I might have to just make myself a carrot, apple and ginger juice. Do you know, you're like, I need some goodness put into my body after. And then the other way, take a breath in. Are you a cocktail man?
I do like the old cocktail.
Yeah. I quite like strong, which is good in some ways because there's less sugar. Do you know, like a whiskey sour or something like that? Oh, it was delicious.
Nice.
And well done. And again, just hug those knees into chest. Oh, I always feel so good to know that. And last but not least, let's just do a little bit of bridge, guys. So just with bridge position, try and always think about that lovely length through the collarbone. So you want your shoulder blades nice firmly on the mat. And bring your feet so they're hip distance apart, shins directly underneath the knees, chin to chest. Take an inhale through the nose. And then gently roll that lower back into the mat. And just start peeling the spine away, bone by bone. So we didn't do side leg today, we will next week, guys, but just let's get some. And take a breath in. And slowly back down. Let's do 3 more. Gently roll the lower back into the mat. Start lifting. I'm just going to move my feet away, guys, a bit. I can feel my hands kicking in. Breath in. Slowly down. Let's do 2 more. Gently roll the spine away. Slowly down. Last one. Just let's stay up and balance a little bit. So let's just take both arms now. Keep the ribs closed. Float both arms overhead. Take a beautiful inhale at the top. And slowly, both spine and your arms start slowly bringing them back to the floor. And then just grab your hand if you've got one. I think you've got one called an angel.
Yes.
You got one?
Yep.
So, just if you've got a ball at home or a cushion or something, which you should really always have in class, just give yourself a little bit of support through the neck. And then just bring that right leg up to table, not tabletop, nice and straight, sorry. And then again, just turn the foot in and out, in and out. And again, just notice how, you know, if you take the foot out, how that changes the stretch, and if you take it in. So imagine if you are walking constantly with a turn in or a turn out, how some muscle groups are going to get lengthened, others are going to get overworked. So it's quite nice to just do that internal, external. And then keep the foot in, and then just gently bring that leg across and then back to centre. So I've already done this morning, because I did a couple of one-to-ones, but it felt quite tight, the back and hamstrings. Feels a lot better now, but it's nice to floss it first. And then once you've done it 4 or 5 times, just keep it over. You can just go to there, or you can take it further. Depends if you want it to be more of a leg or more of a glute back stretch. Hold, take a breath in. And out. In. And out. Back to centre. And then take the hand in the opposite hand, and then just, not the opposite, sorry, the same hand as the leg that's up, and then bring that leg out into that abduction of the leg. And then just start bringing the leg just back again up to centre position, to switch legs, and then again. Just take the foot in and out. I'm back on quick this morning. In and out. In and out. In and out. And then hold it in. And again, just in and again. Notice. So this, for some reason, my left at the minute is tight than my right. It's not normal, or it is today. And then just hold it. If you want it more of a leg, just to about there. If you want it to come a bit more into the back. And then back to centre, and then just out to the side. Beautiful. Take a breath in. And then soften the knee, and then just take your ball away. You don't have to come up into a roll-up, guys. You can just turn over onto your front and get up however you want, or else you can take a breath in. Chin to chest, ribs to hips, and back to centre, and then just come over onto your front. Take 2 rolling cats, so hip in one direction, round, hips in the other. Dip, 1 more that direction, and then the other way. And just tuck up, taking the heels down, walking the hands back to the feet, and nice and slowly restack the spine, and then just put 1 foot forward. Just take a nice calf stretch, nothing major, just push through that back heel. And I'm thanking my lucky stars I changed professions, because the fact of wearing heels every day would not be good. And then the other side. I didn't even think I was tight until I started. And thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Oh, it's beautiful out there.
Nice to be able to do that.
I know, with the doors open and everything. It's fab.